This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Sophia Yvette.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Are you in need of a counselor? Well, one may be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Terry Burns, LMFT CCPS with Creative Couples and Counseling, PLLC. Terry, how are you today?
Great, Sophia, and thank you for having me.
Of course. Now we are so excited to learn all about you and your business. Can you start off by telling our listeners a little bit about your company and what all those symbols after your name mean?
Okay, sure. Thank you. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. That's LMFT. And I also am a clinically certified partner specialist through APSATS for trained to help partners with betrayal trauma or how to process grief when they find out that there's been affairs, infidelity, other addictions that come between the couple.
Wow. Now, how did you originally get into a business like this?
Yes, lots of experience and lots of lived-in experience. I was a school teacher in Richardson and in Carrollton for 28 years. And then during that time, I also had a little marriage trouble. And so we ended up divorced and now we're remarried. And so it's lots of life experiences. And I also went back to school at 51 to become a counselor. I thought I've always wanted to do it. Time's going to pass anyway. And I saw a lot of families that needed help. So lots of ways.
Wow, you have quite a unique story, Terry. Let's get into some of the myths or misconceptions you come across in your industry. What is the number one most common myth or misconception?
Okay, all training is not the same. So to be a licensed marriage and family counselor or therapist, you have to go to school longer. You have to be under supervision longer. And you have a higher standards of ethics and things to uphold. And also for the clinically or certified clinical partner specialist, that's a very unique process that you had to go through a lot of training too. Plus, I've been trained by Gottman therapy for couples all the way through practicum 3. So there's a lot of extra training you do after you get out of school to learn about the business and learn about whatever your specialty is. Just because you go to an LPC or LMSW, all of it's different. It all means different things.
Now, we know marketing is the heart of every business. Who are your target clients or audience? And in terms of marketing, how do you attract them?
Okay, thank you. Very good question. I was a school teacher, so the business side of business, I'm learning, and I had to learn. I am speaking at a conference this Friday. It's one of the ways on couples and families. And I also have a business in location in Frisco. You can find me on LinkedIn, Yelp, everywhere. And I also do a lot of just referrals with people in the industry because we go to how to find people and we have these meetups. And so I go to a lot of those. My ideal customer are couples. and women of betrayal trauma too. I do groups for them.
Now, have you ever thought about having your very own podcast?
No, I am new to this. I've been on a couple. I would love to know more about it. I've got to learn a lot more before I'm ready for that, I feel like.
And outside of work, what do you and your husband do for fun?
Okay, well, I love spending time with my family. We have a 25-year-old son, and we love swimming. Anything we do. We played a game night last night, and we're big football fans. So we're Cowboys and fantasy football people.
And please tell our listeners one thing they should remember about Creative Couples and Counseling, PLLC.
Connection is key. Repair is always possible. If you have a heartbeat and a pulse, we can teach you how to repair. I feel like if you already have one foot out the door, nothing I say or do is going to change your mind. But even one person can change the marriage.
And why do you say that?
I say that because in my own personal experience, both my family, both my parents were married and divorced. It was a lot of scuttlebutt, many times over. So I have lived in experience, and I experienced it myself. And I've watched one person, even if you're divorced, change their behavior and win back their spouse through their behavior changes. So if you have a pulse and you are willing to stay in it, I think marriage is a commitment, and it's a decision daily. It's not just when there's money and good jobs and everything. I think it's even when you're sick, even when there are addictions, even when there's problems, you can recover, you can get through it. And I've seen individuals I counsel change their marriages just by coming to individual counseling.
Wow, that is definitely a beautiful thing to know that there is always hope.
Yes, thank you. Yes, there's very much hope. And connection is key. And a lot of us weren't taught how to repair. And so we think we've blown it. But repair is always possible. And I help couples repair, and I teach them how to do it, because that addiction is the opposite of connection. So we have to connect to be able to stay in community and not go to addictions. Thank you. Sorry.
Now, where can our listeners go to learn more information about Creative Couples and Counseling, PLLC?
Okay, I think I'm on Google, and I think my website is just www.creativecouplesandcounselingpllc.com. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and I'm also in a SATNet for addictions referral directory. So you can find me anywhere. I mean, it's Terry Burns. So I'm pretty available.
Well, Terry, I really appreciate you being on the show. We wish you and your business the best moving forward.
Thank you so much, Miss Sophia. How did you get into podcasting from being an esthetician?
Oh, we'll get into that more after the show.
Okay, very cool.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpfrisco.com. That's gnpfrisco.com or call 469-221-9345.